Okay, boys and girls, to create your sculptures today, you're going to start with this big, thick piece of paper. This is going to be the bottom of your model, and you're going to build your papers up. You have a big basket of some paper strips and some bigger sheets of paper at your table. You can cut these any way that you like to make your sculpture. We're using scissors and a glue stick today, not a glue bottle, but a glue stick. And at your table, you have a little answer key here. I'm going to show you how I made each of these little sculpture pieces. And you can use these if you like, or you can try your own, or you can use both. So I'm going to start with this one right here. This is the zigzag. So how to make the zigzag is to take a strip of paper, and I'm going to start by folding one end up, and then the other end opposite backwards. One end back up, and the opposite end backwards. And I'm going to keep doing this all the way down the paper strip, and as I keep going down and down and down, then I'll create a nice little zigzag line. Some students last year liked to use this type of zigzag line for stairs or some other type of thing in their playground that has many steps to it. So think about that with the zigzag. The next one, this is kind of looking like a circle, but it's also a curved line. All I really have to do with my paper strip, I think I'm going to cut this one in half. I'm just going to take one paper strip and fold it around and meet two ends together and glue these two ends together. So if I took my glue stick here, I could put a little bit of glue at one end and then stick this end together and hold it for a couple seconds so it really sticks. And now if I want to glue this on my paper down here, I can just put a little dab of glue and glue it wherever I like. If I wanted to make many curves together, that might remind you of that loopy line. I can put curves together like this to make many curves, or I can stack them on top, or I can put them together like this. So think about that for the curve. The next one is the spiral. This is also kind of a loopy, wavy line. This one's kind of tricky. I need a paper strip, but I also need a pencil. So I'm going to take the pencil from my table and take the end of the strip and just hold it down with my fingers and then curl it under and roll it on my pencil really tight. I don't want any space in there. I'm really rolling it very tightly. And once I get to the end, I can take it off my pencil and then I can just lightly unravel it a little bit, and I can see this cool spirally swirly line. So this might be a good idea if I want to make a curly twirly slide from one spot. Next, here's something called an arch. It's two little feet and then it goes up to a curve. So I can take my paper strip here and I need to make two little feet at the end. So I'm just going to fold one, two at both ends. So now I have two little feet. I can put a little bit of glue on each of these ends here. And I can stick these 2 feet down any way that I like, just like this. So now I have something that looks kind of like that curvy circle, but it's sticking down with 2 little feet like an arch, a half circle. Okay, lastly, I'm going to show you how to make this square box-like line with 3 straight lines. So I'm going to take my paper strip again, and this is kind of like the arch. But before I make my 2 feet, in the middle here, I'm going to put 2 little folds, kind of like the shape of a box. So I have 3 straight lines so far. Now on the very ends, now I'm going to fold in and make 2 feet. 1, 2. And now, just like that arch, I have 2 feet to glue down to my paper like this, and it looks kind of like a boxy arch. This might be good if I'm trying to make something that looks like a building. I could stack these or put these together to make a box-like building shape. So those are just a few ideas. There are so many different ways that you can curl, twirl, fold, and glue your paper to make your model of your playground. If you want to use these, that's great. Look at this worksheet to help you, or think of your own ideas. On your sculpture in the end, your model, I want you to try and fill the entire page. So let's think about having at least 8 to 10 pieces of sculpture. That means 8 to 10 different lines of your paper. Okay? So let's get started on our playground model sculptures.